identification, exploration, filtration. This is my 3-step process to finding what is the next book that I'm going to read. There are hundreds of books about self-improvement written, and the sheer variety of the books which are available in the market, they just overwhelm a normal person. Even the experienced readers also get confused that there are so many options to choose from. What am I going to read next? But this choice need not to be hectic. And today I'll give you my 3-step protocol that you can follow to choose the next best book for you. I call it the IEF method. But before I tell you the secret, what is the use of a book? Genuinely answer me in the comments. What is the use of a book? The use of a book is to gain knowledge to solve a certain problem. I know it's common sense, but the thing is, common sense is not so common nowadays, and that is the reason why people feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of choices they have around books. So step 1, identification. The only thing you need to do in this step is just define your current problem. Journal this question somewhere. What is the current problem I am facing? It can be physically or it can be digitally. Somewhere just write down the question and think about it and try to write out all the problems that you are facing, and then you can probably sort them in a priority order. Just a few minutes back, what I said was a book is used to get knowledge to solve your problems. Now in this step 1, I am defining what is the problem. That means I am practically saying what is the topic of the book that I will choose to read next. If the problem is about trying to connect with people and finding myself weird in a social situation, then I'll read a social life book. To be honest, this step is alone enough to choose the best book that you are going to read next. But since I'm feeling generous, I will give you 2 more steps. Regardless, this basically means that you won't get bored while you are trying to read. Many people, what they do is they just pick a random book and try to read it throughout. They don't have an interest. They don't resonate with the book, they don't resonate with the author, they don't have the same problem, and they just feel like they are reading something which is irrelevant to them. This happened to me about a year or 2 ago when I picked up a book called Make Time, which was for people who work jobs and are in need of making more time in their lives. But I absolutely am not in that position, and it's not that it's a bad book. I might need it about 10 or 20 years from now if I do work a job, but right now, as I currently stand, I don't need that book, or the 2 year ago self of me did not need that book. Hence, I dropped it. So once you decide what your current problem is and you find the book regarding it, then you won't feel like the book is out of the context in terms of your life. You will have full attention towards the book because you genuinely want to get the answer of the problem you have been facing. That problem is unique to you at that current moment. Now comes step 2, which is the easiest of them all, exploration. Exploration basically means find books. And I purposefully said books because once you get into the depths and research about books, and books about the specific topic that you are interested in right now, you will find at least 10 to 20 books which deal with the same problem that you are facing. Now, one good question is, where do I look for books? Then you can look basically in Twitter threads, you can look in Reddit forums, YouTube videos, which I personally recommend, or Google search just does the entire work, because if you search the genre of the book, for example, best social skill books, you will get a list of at least 5 or 10 books which revolve around that topic. You can also ask AI assistants, for example, Bard or Bing or ChatGPT or whatever is there. You can ask them for the best books and they will give you a list of 10 books which revolve around the problem you are currently facing. Now comes the important step. Step 3, filtration. As the name suggests, filtration basically means filtering from the list of 5 to 10 books and narrowing down to at least 2 or 3 books. Preferably 1 or 2 books. The reason this step is important is because out of those 10 books you picked, most of them are going to be irrelevant. Now don't get me wrong, they were of the same genre, but the problem you are currently facing, the solution to that problem is not contained within all of those 10 books. And the simple reason is because different books have different authors and all of them don't have a single straight line way of thinking. So how do you filter? It's very simple really. Go and search for the summary of the book on YouTube or any app that you like for book summaries. For example, there are Shortform is probably an app for summaries, and there are different apps which give you the short summary of the entire thing, or you can just Google it. You will find it in Reddit or in Twitter threads that the short summary of the entire book. They will tell you the bite-sized nuggets or basically the important points, and you can just read through them. What I personally recommend is go and watch the summary of the book on YouTube. It will probably be 30 to 60 minutes. You can watch it at 2x to save your time. And once you do this, you will get a clear-cut idea of what the book is about, how the book is structured and whatnot. And basically what this step will help you in is you will understand whether that book is for you or not. For example, if you want a book about what are the top habits that people do or high performing people do, then you will not read Atomic Habits, right? Atomic Habits is a great book on habits itself, and it goes into the psychology of how habit is built. But for what problem you are looking, the best book would be probably 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, because you want habits. You don't want the psychology of habits. That is why both of them come under habit genre, but both of them are different. What I also advise you to do, and what I personally do, is I just go to the book at first and read the table of contents. For example, it can be found anywhere. If you search in Google that table of contents of this book, you will clearly find the chapter names, the chapter sections or parts the book is divided into, and if it does not resonate with you, you can just drop it without even starting. And trust you me, this step is going to save you a heck ton of time and money also, because one, you won't have to buy the book. That means your money is going to be saved. And number two, you will not have to do book jumping. Book jumping is basically once you're trying to read one book, but then you get bored and then you move on to the other book because that initial book does not solve your problem. You won't have to do this book jumping shit, because you already are equipped with enough knowledge about the book to read the book that yes, this is the book that I'm looking for and this is the book that I'm going to finish. You will, basically speaking, have a clear direction about the book. Now if you want to know whether you should read more than one book at a time or not, then go and click this one. Or else, if you are frustrated that nobody tells you the real secret, then go and click this one to find out. I'll see you in the next one. Start if you haven't already.